You. That's all I'll say. You. Nonsense. I'm getting pissed off. You people are pissing me off today. You these girls, you are pissing me off today. Another episode for you to enjoy through the weekend. Thank you very much for coming through. Let's get straight into the Let's Talk part. My name is Naniki Adepa, and this is the POV podcast. Now, on today's episode on the Let's Talk segment, it says, how did you know your marriage was over? How did you know your marriage was over? This one says, my efforts didn't matter anymore, and I didn't want to go home. I want to sit in the parking lot at work on my phone because I didn't want to have the energy to face walking in the door. And that's crazy. Like, you are scared to go to your own house. You are scared to go to your own home. You are scared to go see your own family. That's it. Like, that's it. Found out he had downloaded and watched child porn. No, just no. Edit, how I found out. Opened up a video on our shared computer. Was a new file format. So instead of using our normal player to load it in Windows Media Player, went to close it via the file button and saw listed the previous file it had played. Wasn't able to view them as he had deleted them, but the title started at 1 year old. I was completely blown away. Closed it down and went out driving for a while. Came home, confronted him, and he admitted it. Hey. This one, dear, you are married to this one. You would definitely be scared for your child. You would definitely be scared for your child because you don't know at what point your child will become the person that your husband will try doing this with. Because, spent a year going to 2 different marriage counselors. We just wanted to complain. She just wanted to complain about me and told me that she was unwilling to make any changes. If I was miserable and nothing was going to change, then it was either the temporary misery of a divorce or a permanent misery of the marriage. Wow. Yeah, some more. When he came home from deployment and I ran to hug him and he stopped me and told me he fell in love with a woman named Mercedes, and I ended up moving out ASAP. Go to war. You have gone to fall in love. When she cheated, then broke down crying about it when she admitted it, and I really wasn't that broken up by it. I knew something was wrong. Also, when she asked for a divorce, I took about 2 seconds and said, okay, sure. I never shed one tear about being away from her. When she got caught in someone's grandpa's bed with an old man twice her age, she saw how easy his wife's life was and wanted to steal it from her and forced me to sell the house so she could take the money and run. This was after 2.5 years of financial and emotional supporting her and her unrealistic dreams. When I said I wanted a divorce, she freaked out as if to say, why would you do something like that? You're handling this information so poorly. What the fuck? What a ride that was. People end up marrying psychopaths, people with crazy mind. Keys didn't work anymore. Damn. Started getting pop-up ads for divorce lawyers on our shared computer. That's when you knew. Wow. When we went to couples therapy and explained some of our issues and she's trying to blame it all on me, the therapist calmly asked her if she ever thought about my feelings and how her actions affected me. And she said no. It was then I realized I was the one putting in most of the effort and she was just along for the ride. Wow. I think this is it for this one. But these ones are crazy. Crazy. But if you're married or divorced, at what point did you see that your marriage was like castigated? Let me know, okay, in the comment section. Now let's get straight into the stories we have for the Tales and Confessions episode. If they posted it on social media, then they made it our business. And since they made it our business, we're going to make it our business. Now let's get straight into the stories that we have for this episode.
Let's have it.
Hi, Nanekia. Please keep me anonymous. I'm here again with a different story. I found myself dating 4 men after my last breakup. One is an NSS personnel. 2, a nurse. 3, a DVLA and GFA personnel. And then 4, an HR at where I'm currently doing my service. I didn't see this coming because all these men don't take me serious. Then one met another one. Guy 1 loves me but isn't financially stable. Guy 2 is an ex that came back financially stable and has been good these days. Guy 3 wants me to give him a baby, though we met not long ago. Initially, he used to give me pressure to see my parents, but he has stopped since I told him giving him a child is too early, and I can't combine pregnancy with the stress of NSS. I have known Guy 4 for more than a year, and he spent only 20 Ghana cedis on me. Lately, he is also on my neck to see my mom. I don't want to introduce anyone to my mom and won't turn out positive. I want to date one guy at a time. I'm confused on who to choose. Followers, please don't judge me. I will be in the comment section. My hands are up. 4 guys. That's comments, please. Give her who she was today because the thing has overed me. Please. Let's move on to the next one.
Let's have it.
I'm 19 to 20 years old SHS graduate, and I'm the firstborn of my parents, but my father is choosing my future life work to do as a footballer. But I think it will not favor me, and I don't know what to do with my life as a firstborn. Please help me with some advice. So, you see, this is the thing. It is in our part of the world that you need to make a decision on what you want to do with your life quickly so that you don't go broke and go hungry. It's in our part of the world. In other parts of the world, some people at the age of 20, 30 are still figuring out what they want to do with their lives. Your father is the one feeding you. He wants you to be a footballer. Your father wants you to be a footballer. You don't think it's going to be helpful to you. So you need to find your interest in something that you combine with the football. That's what I think. Okay?
Let's have it.
I'm Pamela, 18 years of age. I lost my mom just last year and came to be with my auntie. Now, I completed SHS last year and it's time for me to enter tertiary. My family decided for me. They want me to go to training college, which I told them that wasn't my field. I talked to my elder sister about this weeks later. She told me she was done buying university forms for me, and that's what I wanted. My aunties also said if I don't do the training college, they ain't going to pay for the university. What do I do? Now I'm afraid to go by what my sister says because of neglect from family. Can your sister pay your school fees for 4 years? Like, can your sister pay for your school fees, your hostel fee? Can your sister take care of you for 4 years? Because this is what's going to happen. You don't follow what your auntie and your other family members are saying. They're not going to pay your school fees. They're not going to be involved in your life. You're going to go to school. Your sister will get on a chokehold. She won't be able to afford your tuition, your hostel. It will come back to you. It comes back to you. You may probably try to find a job. In fact, you go and depend on a guy. Then the guy will come and disrespect you. Then call you gold digger. That will be the train. Unless God has mercy on you and drops you on somebody that would be like, you know what, this girl, and I know what she can do for me in future, and I'm taking care of her for do you get it? Until then, you don't have a plan. So yeah, you need a plan. Make sure you can do something. Make sure your sister has the ways of taking you through school for the 4 years. If not, I know it's not going to be easy changing your path in life, but sometimes you just need to make do with what you have for the meantime. So you can finish your training college, and then when you come out, work for a little while, go back to the uni, or specialize in what exactly you want to specialize in. The truth is, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be fun because you don't like it. But you need to think about your future here, okay?
Let's have it. Let's have it.
I'm a lady of 25 years and has been dating this guy since 2012. Let's call him Junior. Everything was great when the relationship started. Fast forward to 2016. He started acting up, which I felt I was going to lose him. So I confronted him to ask him, and he said I don't give him sex and all that. So I agreed with him and he took my virginity. Since then, everything was great. I was the one providing for him, although he's not from a poor home. So after SHS, I decided to go to a catering school, which I did and completed within a year. So at some point, he started going out with other girls, and I will always complain to his mom since our parents were aware. He finally broke things off with me in 2019. So I started selling food, and I'm very hardworking and a good cook. So people buy from me. From 2019 to 2021, I have 2 failed relationships and decided not to date again. I stayed focused on my work and was able to establish other businesses. Fast forward, May 2022, Junior came back saying he wanted us together, which I accepted him because he has been begging me for years. He asked me out the next day and I accepted. Since then, everything was great. He helped me with my new shop and even got me an iPhone 11. He gave me money to rent and even moved in with me. So fast forward, November 2022. He became broke and lost everything, and I was the one taking care of him and myself since we were staying together. I'm a twin and I'm the youngest. I'm rich. Nobody knows, not even my twin sister. Yeah, I decided to keep it to myself for some time, for some reason. So fast forward, April 2023, we both sold our phones and he was using an iPhone 13 Pro Max and I was using an 11. I started selling again until this fateful day. I went to visit a friend after sales in the evening and it started raining. Before I could see, we had sex. Oh, fuck it. He told me how he feels about me and I told him I had a boyfriend. As at the time, I had been scammed 30,000 and was depressed and didn't know whom to talk to. And my man was giving me cold shoulders too. I cried that night and decided to tell my man, but a cousin asked me not to do that. So I prayed and I asked for forgiveness. My man started acting up and asked me to pack my things and go to my mom's place, which I did. Which I went and will still go to my man's place to spend the night after sales because I was the one providing for him at the time. So in October 2023, he started giving me distance and stopped me from spending the night at his place. He told people I cheated on him with different men and I left him when he had nothing. So he can't be with me again. I cried and begged him for weeks before he accepted me, and he later told me he accepted me because his dad spoke to him and then my cousin told him my affair with the guy and I was seeing my ex and all that. He will not answer my calls for days but will call me anytime he wants to have sex. So I noticed he was using 15 Pro Max and one of his friends told me he's back on his feet financially. He treated me like an animal, but I was still with him. He left to another town to rent because of another lady and told me he's not taking me there, so I should not even think about it. We always goes to guest house. This guy would insult me and tell me how disgusting I am and how I go around sleeping with men, but I didn't mind everything. Everything gets worse whenever I get pregnant and I will terminate it. So in March 2024, he became broke again when I started providing for him again, but was still treating me bad. He lost his dad and I helped him with 6,000 for the funeral. A week after the funeral, I caught him cheating with a 22-year-old university girl and I confronted him. I confronted both of them and he came to beg me. They were no more. He finally took me there in June on my birthday. I went there last 2 weeks and saw the girl's slippers there, and he started insulting me. And I confronted him and later begged me, so I called the girl and told her my mind. Texted her on WhatsApp that I have agreed we share my man, and she said okay. I made her come to my man's house, but she said we should give him some time, but he would love to be with one person. So 1 week later, I was with him and the girl called. He answered and they spoke. The girl said, I miss you, and he said, I miss you too. So I asked for a breakup that night, and he said he's sorry, but I shouldn't do that to him, and I should give him some time to make things right. Right now, I want him to act right so I can tell him I'm rich. Then we manage my business together. This girl is a Muslim and my man is a Christian, so I don't think they will marry, but this thing is killing me. You. That's all I'll say. You. Nonsense.
Let's have it.
Hi, POV. I started dating this guy around October last year. Ever since we started dating, he was so good to me until we had our first argument. He didn't call me or text me later. He came back and we came back together again. As times went on, he did something. I confronted him and he got angry and didn't talk to me for weeks until one evening he texted me that it's over and someone has told him I have another boyfriend, which wasn't true. I tried explaining, but he blocked me on all social media platforms. After months, he texted me that he's sorry because I still love him. I accepted him back. That's when he started behaving strange towards me. He texts, no call. I call him and he told me that he has been attacked spiritually, so he needs some space. So I left him. After he was satisfied, he came back. And I accepted him back. We are still together until he started behaving strange again. I would see ladies coming out of his house sometimes and ghosted me again. He told me another story. After he was done, he came back. All this while, I was feeling he was cheating on me. I am the type my conscience serves me right. I had this feeling for long, so I decided to free my mind that I was overthinking it. Until one Friday morning, I saw a lady going into his house. Then it started again. I had the feeling that the lady was going to his place, so I decided to go and check. Before I went there, I called him and he didn't call, so went to his house. I knocked. He opened 8 minutes later. He was surprised to see me. He started behaving weird. I asked him why you are behaving like this. Then he told me his brother has come to see him. I tried to enter, but he didn't allow me and told me to go home. When he turned around, I quickly entered the room and found a lady naked on the bed. I questioned him and he threw me out of his house. When I got home, I called him and questioned him, but still denied it that the lady was his brother during our argument and told me he's wasting his time explaining this to me. He hung up and has blocked me. I feel he wasn't to come and apologize to me because anytime he sees me, he stares at me. But sometimes telling me to forgive him when he comes because I still love him. I feel when he comes, I shouldn't because I have cried a lot. Please, don't forgive him, please. Move on. I'm getting pissed off. You people are pissing me off today. You these girls, you are pissing me off today. You're pissing me off today. Let me end the episode. I'm pissed. Why you people allowing yourself to be treated this way? Hey, please subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you in the next video, okay? Today, my video has been very chaotic in recording. I've stressed recording this episode, but hopefully I'll sort this out very soon. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.